Hey, fellas.
Fellas,
Welcome back to the Fellas Show.
we were experiencing some audio technical difficulties there, but we're here now.
According to my little green bar down here, it looks like I'm doing pretty good. But
Oh yeah,
hey,
you sound great on the live stream.
oh, all right, weird. Yeah, just let us know in the chat if everything sounds right. But I think it should be good. But
Yeah.
regardless of
Well,
that,
we're good.
June 29th now. Now we can get
Here we
rolling.
are.
It's a Tuesday. It's the Fellas Show. What do we think here? What do we think? How are we today?
We're good. Might have a little bit. I mean, we do have a major announcement actually.
That's true.
It's been a good past week. We've been grinding on some things and figuring some things out for the fellas, and slow but steady growth. And I have been, and I know I like to get a little rowdy on the show, but it's time for some seriousness here. I have been exploring options for us for sports books for a while, trying to get a partnership, trying to get an affiliation with a good sports book, a trustworthy sports book. And a lot of sports books that have reached out to us on Twitter and social media have offered us compensations of basically whatever clients we bring in, we take a percentage of. They call it revenue, which is basically just taking a percentage of your client's losses. That is not okay with us.
How is that? Oh, all right.
I don't know
how is that even legal?
There are people that I know on Twitter that do that. Good for them for making money that way. I don't agree with that. I think it's a little schemy. So we have been exploring sports books that don't do that, can compensate us different ways, while also being reliable, good payouts, trustworthy payouts, not going to kick someone off for winning too much money. And damn it, fellas, we found one. We finally got one. The fellas are now in affiliation with BetUS, which is through BetMGM. Announcements will be coming shortly. Links will be coming shortly. We are very, very, very excited. We finally found a good sportsbook that we trust, that's reliable, and that's not going to compensate us based off our clients' losses, because that is just not okay with us.
Not for guys who give out picks.
Yeah, come on now. But no, super excited. There will be the website will be changing a little bit. We will have a little bit of a branding thing, and you will be able to place bets through the website. We're very excited. Very, very excited.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Oh,
we'll be able to have a link through our thing that will send you directly to BetUS through basically our company. Very excited. Been working on this one for a while, trying to find someone good, and we finally found one. So yeah, those announcements will be coming, or those links and everything will be coming in the next week once we finalize everything, get everything figured out, and make sure that's all set up and ready to go. But very excited.
Better send us some swag.
WNBA bets. They have WNBA bets. That's all I cared about.
True. They have a lot of stuff. They always have everything, man.
Very good book. Very good odds most of the times. Very lenient on parlays and everything. Good payouts. So very happy. Very, very, very happy.
I'm going to be honest. When I heard that it had worked out, I thought it was going to be some, who knows what with the Nigerian bank account and
Yep.
And then please make your deposit in Bitcoin and all that kind of thing.
We've had to go through the works. Yeah, we've had to go through the works a little bit. There's been some not so good books that have approached us, and some, let's just say, not ethical ways of payment and compensation that we've explored.
Slight conflict of interest.
Yeah, and I just, we're here to be transparent. We're here to be for the fellas, and this is the best way we can be for now. So it'll probably be a short-term agreement while we start growing and everything, but for now, we are an affiliate with BetUS. That goes through BetMGM. Unfortunately, they don't have an app, which we're going to work on. Yeah, excited.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason. We're excited.
Thanks, Jason. Jason. We're excited too. But that's for us. Let's get into sports news for today. What do we have? Playoff P sets a career record last night. That little shithead. Why are the Clippers still in the playoffs? Just go away. No one wants you here. No one wants you here. Yes, no one wants the freaking.
Well, I'll tell you what. Paul George wants him there, man.
It doesn't make any sense why they're winning games without Kawhi, and it pisses me off. Paul George drops 41 last night. 41, 10 and 6, 10 and 4.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Insanity. Here's the thing, dude. Like we were talking about last night, no LeBron, no Steph, no KD left, right, in the finals. I know we're excited to have some, like, new faces and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, if LeBron and AD were right here, they would have taken care of business just because of how much they've been here before. Devin Booker and Chris Paul is just
not quite taking care of business yet.
Does Devin Booker ever been in the playoffs before this?
Made the playoffs, maybe.
I don't know, but if he has, I don't know if he won a series.
Definitely has never won a series, I don't think. And Chris Paul's never been in the finals before. Obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we were talking about that last night. The first time since 2010 that we haven't seen KD, Steph, or LeBron. Actually, I think it's just LeBron and Steph, right?
Yeah, KD was on
the
Thunder against the Cavs, and then Heat.
Thunder Heat in 2012, 11.
That was 11.
11.
And then on all the Warriors teams, obviously.
So yeah, if you do KD or if you do LeBron and Steph, they have been in every final since 2010. And if you want to do LeBron, Steph, and Kobe, it has been every final since 2006, since we haven't seen one of those guys. So very exciting. I know a lot of people were talking about, how it's not good for the game that the big guys aren't there, but it's honestly kind of exciting. It makes it fun to watch the NBA this year, I feel like, because I feel like the playoffs are actually exciting this year rather than just the NBA finals. Like every year, we know who's going to be in the NBA finals or have a pretty good idea, and that's kind of the matchup to watch. But like the whole playoffs have been pretty fun to watch. We've had game 6s, game 7s. Feels like an actual sport with real playoffs, like other sports that have new teams every year.
All right, now hold on a second. I'm here to defend devil's advocate.
Warriors versus Cavs 4 years in a row in the
and
NBA
tell
finals.
Me that wasn't the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, by the fourth one, it was like, here we go again.
Nah, dude, there was some great series coming into that some of the times. There was some good basketball. And those finals, like, dude, if the finals are Hawks Clippers, I might just not watch it. Like, at the end of the day,
this is true.
Like at Warriors Cavs, we saw it at the end of every year because it was the best basketball.
Oh, absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
And also, like,
but I will say that even the Warriors Cavs series were normally not very good. I will say that. The 3-1 comeback was a great series. Sure. However, all those games were blowouts. Almost every single one besides game 7.
Yeah.
And their series were exciting to watch just because of what it was, but like actually good series, I think we got 2 out of the 4 were good series between Cavs and Warriors, which is I get exactly what you're saying. It makes sense. I agree. It probably won't be as exciting this year to not see big superstars. However, it is very refreshing to just see different faces, different teams. Chris Paul gets a chance at this one, possibly, if they don't choke it. It'd be cool to see Giannis in the finals. It'd be cool to see Trae Young in the finals.
I want Suns Bucks because I think that'll be the best basketball.
It'll be the best basketball.
I will say, if
Suns Hawks would be interesting.
Yeah, if Atlanta keeps tearing it up like they do, I mean, shoot, that would be a really interesting matchup. Actually, I almost think they'd match up.
They're both pretty small.
Yeah, they'd almost match up better against the Suns than the Bucks do. I don't know. It's interesting. Think so. Very, very interesting for sure.
I'm excited for the finals. I'm excited to see if the Suns choke this one because the Clippers just seem to not go away. They won't go away. I don't understand it. They won't go away.
I think the thing that scared me about that was like after they went down 3-1, right? Ty Lue, like everyone just goes, we've been here. It's whatever.
Yeah, we're fine.
And I was like, wow, first of all, I was like, wow, we're really gonna reuse that line every time someone's down 3-1 now. Like, oh, we've been here before.
We're fine. Yeah,
okay, it happened once, dude. All right, hold on. But with the
they keep doing it. I saw a split series thing. It was like Clippers in first 2 games of every playoff series this season or this playoffs, and it was like they're 1-10 or 1-11, whatever it was a lot, and negative 17 point average point differential or something. And then in the last 3 games of the series, or after game 3 of the series or game 4 of the series, they're like 12-2 and plus 14 point spread average. It's so weird. Like the first 2 games of the series, they just get crushed and then they keep coming back.
Here's a big brain question for you.
Ooh,
is that good coaching or bad coaching? to be that unprepared but to adjust that well.
It's got to be good coaching.
I mean, yeah, if you make the Western Conference,
I would err on good coaching, because I've seen the reverse, and it feels like bad coaching.
It feels real bad.
It feels real bad on the reverse side. Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's good coaching. Because, I mean, I don't know how you prepare for the Suns when you don't have Kawhi. Like, how do you prepare game 1 and 2 without your best player?
That's fair.
And clearly, after 2 games, they have figured it out every time. Like, oh, here we go. This is what we're going to do. And not to add insult to injury, and I'll even throw a guy under the bus who I really like. Doc Rivers and Tom Thibodeau can't do that. They're not capable of making those big-time adjustments from what I've seen in the past. And this is why they don't go far in the playoffs. This is just why. You have coaches who are very, and hey, good for Tyronn Lue, because this man deserves this more than a lot of coaches, I think. He had his stint. Now listen.
I don't know.
He had his stint back in Cleveland and everything, and then he really got fucking thrown under the bus for a couple of years. For a year or 2 there, he got not okay criticism. Like shit that he did definitely not deserve. And it seemed like he was never going to have a head coaching job again after one of those stints. I forget which stint it was, but it seemed like he was never going to be a head coach again. Like they were talking about how he's blah, 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 all this shit. And it's good to see him back in this spot because I think he's a very good coach.
I agree that he deserves to be a head coach in the NBA. I think he definitely is that caliber of a coach.
You just don't think the LA Clippers coach?
No, I mean, I don't know how much success ever goes on his show. I don't know how.
Yeah, what's actually his doing and what's...
Right, it's any team that's a LeBron team. Hard to give much credit when you got that dude on the court, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
But hey, even actually, honestly, at this point, what the Clippers are doing right now might have completely already changed my tune on him because I was pretty low on him. Yeah. I wasn't. Again, I think he deserves a head coaching job in the NBA, but I wasn't gonna be like, oh, this dude's a champion. He's got the championship mentality. He'll get any team there. It's like, okay, I don't know about that, but he can coach for sure. And what he's been doing with the Clippers has been amazing, especially without Kawhi. I'm a little worried that Kawhi might come back and ruin a little bit of the magic.
Yeah, right.
Because right now they're
just
clicking on all cylinders. In theory, but it might be one of those things where they just have a certain chemistry going on.
Since he's gone, they're like 9-4, 10-4 in the playoff. No, it's got to be less than that. 8-4 or whatever. Coming into this series, they were 7-2 without him or something in the playoffs, or 6-2, whatever it was. It was a lot better than what I thought it was. Yeah, something like that. Something along those lines. Yeah, I just don't understand how they're still here. I thought they were supposed to leave to Dallas. I thought the Mavericks were going to beat them. And then I thought the Jazz were going to beat them. And now I think the Suns are going to beat them. And, hey, I'm watching them choke before my very eyes.
Who's been starting instead of him? Is that... I'm trying to think. Who normally gets... Well, does Reggie Jackson only gets to start at point, right? And then
I would, yes, I think so. By the way, he's been playing out of his mind.
Is it Luke Kennard? Kennard?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
I don't even know, actually. Honestly, as soon as Kawhi went out, I was like, oh, they're done.
Yeah.
It's just Paul George and Reggie. Yeah, Reggie's playing out of his mind, and Paul George obviously has the game he has last night, and which, by the way, he did not start to have that game that he had last night. He had a terrible start to that game, and then all of a sudden just started. Playoff P just kind of came out of nowhere.
But dude, here's the other thing though. Playoff P's also been missing foul shots in both of their losses too. Like, how he's keeping him alive, but at the same time, like, if he just made a couple foul shots, they would have won the series already.
Yes, that's
true.
Two. They would have won. They would have
won of the games for sure.
Yeah. What was that? Game 3 or game 2?
That was game 2.
Game 2, where he missed the final 2 free throws and came back and beat him.
Yeah, and then game 4, he missed free throws, but they weren't as. It was more to keep even in the game.
Yeah.
But it was still clutch free throws at the end of the game that could have led them to win. But you can't put it all on that guy,
Yeah, I mean, he's doing it without Kawhi. It's kind of hard. But yeah, hey, hit your dude. What is with these players not hitting free throws? I'm sorry, like, hey, I'm not an NBA coach or a trainer, an NBA player, and I know there's a ton of shit that goes into it, and you have to work on everything, blah, blah, blah. But wouldn't you think that you'd be sitting at the free throw line for 4 hours a day right now if you're going to be shooting a lot of free throws in a game and just over and over drilling it through your head right now?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you be doing that?
You got to make sure your free throws are free,
And I get it, like big pressure situations, it's hard to practice for and everything. But damn, I would think that after practice, you are just sitting at that free throw line for hours upon hours shooting free throws right now. I mean, that's what, if you're borderline NBA Finals, I don't know why you wouldn't be. Now, I get it. There's other things to work on. There's, you got to be whatever.
Well, maybe you can't just jack up 100 foul shots.
Maybe you just can't.
Make you a little sore for an NBA basketball game. But, no, I agree. How can you not?
It's like the most pivotal point of,
well, the thing
everyone knows it too. We've learned that since we were 6 years old. Like, free throws are everything in games. March Madness, the team that always wins is one of the best free throw shooters every year. NBA Finals, the best free throw shooters win almost every year. Like, how are you not making your free throws? I don't get it.
Everyone except Benjamin Symington. And
I mean, yeah, but Giannis isn't making free throws. Paul George isn't making free throws.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just, I mean, Ben Simmons, yes, he was terrible. But, like, Giannis went, 3 for 20 in the Brooklyn series. He's not shooting overly impressive in this series. It's like, man. And Giannis doesn't make any sense to me why, Giannis and Ben, honestly. But Giannis doesn't make any sense to me why he's missing free throws. You are he's borderline a one-dimensional player, as we've seen in the playoffs. Now, I get it. You can't even stop him in that one dimension because he's just that good. However, he's a one-dimensional player who's going to take it to the rim almost every time. He knows that. Everyone else knows that. Why would you not? How can you not shoot free throws when your one job is to get fouled and drive? Like, that's his number one plan every game, is to drive in, try and get inside the paint buckets, and get fouled. And you're shooting less than 50% at the free throw line sometimes? No way. That is not my MVP.
Yeah, he's Jokic. But
I know.
Yeah, he's definitely not. I agree.
I agree.
Nah, yeah, he had a really, really, really rough start. Not so much. Giannis free throw, it's like, he has just, this is what you'd call, Ben Simmons is advanced bad.
Yeah, he's like, he's what you look at and you're like, you cannot be that guy.
But yeah, Giannis was 6 for 13 on Monday or Sunday. But he's shooting 75%, 75%, just over 50, 60, 55, 50, 45. And then he had a bad stretch against Brooklyn where he shot 28%.
He was very bad.
He went 0 for 3 one game. And then, but, he's averaging probably like 65% or something, which is still twice as much as Ben Simmons. Just twice for reference. Much,
but it's still not. I don't find that to be acceptable from a player like
it's that. It's not acceptable. I just want everyone to know.
To put it
that
in
if you're like,
comparison.
Dang, Giannis is having a pretty bad free throw shooting playoff, but he's making twice as many as Ben did. Just for some perspective.
It's a bad one. But yeah, because I think back to like the Hack-a-Shaq days and Hack-a-Howard and everything like that. And it's like, if you look at those guys, if you look at the Shaq and you look at the Howard, you're like, okay, I can kind of understand why these guys can't shoot free throws. They're just massive bodies who are in there to just dunk and play big bodies in the paint. When you look at Giannis, you're like, you should be able to hit a free throw at least a 75% clip. Like, it should not be hard for you. You're an athletic dude.
I feel like
can basically stretch out his arm and drop it in the hoop because he has a 90-foot span. Like, how do you not shoot better?
I don't know.
Get it. Hey, I get it psychological, and he's had to speed up his free throws and everything. That's probably not helping him very much at all, especially when you're trying to change your free throw form in the late playoffs. But
hey, for real, shout out Yao Ming.
Shout out Yao Ming. What did he shoot a free throw clip at?
Like 80%.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude was 7'6", shot like 80%. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear your excuse.
I get it. He had like the softest touch in the game for a big man of all time and all, but like,
I'm so sad that he's no longer around. I'm so sad that. And it wasn't his fault, too. Like, he was good enough to play. He just got injured because he was so massive.
Right. He would have been better off if he was 6'11".
Yeah, he seriously would have been a better player if he was just 7 foot instead of 7'6".
To be fair, Hall of Famer, 8-time All-Star. I'm looking at this thing. I don't have this off the top of my head.
Is he an 8-time All-Star?
8-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA.
I didn't even think he played 8 seasons.
He played 9 seasons. No, he played 8 seasons, and he had one where he didn't play at all for his foot injury.
Just never could get healthy.
Every single game or every single season he played, he was an all-star.
That's so crazy.
From his
I didn't
rookie
realize
year
that.
on. Wow.
But yeah, honestly, what a human specimen.
Insane.
He just took everything about a big man and just put it to rest, and he was like, "No, I'm just different."
The softest touch. Just
it was incredible.
Dude, when you're that close to the just the softest touch.
He just basically just dropped it in the hoop every time. Just boop, boop.
But he had like his turnarounds, his like mid-range J was crazy. Just like one of the most beautiful things to look at.
He had like a Dirk style shot, except that he didn't have to go over the top of everyone because he already was over the top of everyone.
Like, it came down.
He already was over the top of him as he was shooting. God, I miss watching him. Yeah. Also, the greatest player ever for 2K Blacktop. There is no better. There is no better. That was always my first selection every single time. Yao Ming, doesn't matter. I'd put Yao Ming, Ray Allen, and then just some other person. That's all I wanted on Blacktop. Also, because I want a YouTube clip, we're going to go into this before we hit a break real quick. I want to talk about betting strategies real quick because I have seen some bad ones out there. First of all, fellas, you need to have a unit. Unit. What?
Hey, you want to do that little intro thing again?
Yes, I do.
All
right. I want to talk.
I figure if I just only record this.
What's going on, YouTube?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Remember, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time we go live here on the Fella Show.
But no. Hey, YouTube. we need to talk about some betting strategies today because I have seen some bad ones out there.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, fellas, I have seen some really bad betting strategies out there, and I know I've talked about it before. We need to talk about it a little bit. So, betting strategies. First of all, you need a unit. A unit is 1 to 5% of your gambling bankroll.
So
if you have $100, if you have $100 in your account, your unit is anywhere from $1 to $5. Understand? And it should be on the lower side of that. Now,
does that mean you can't have 1,000-unit plays, Eric?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Sean, because yes, that's exactly what that fucking means. Is there's no such thing as 1,000-unit play. Your scale for your bets should be on a 1 to 3 or a very maximum 1 to 5 unit scale, because you're not putting 50% of your gambling bankroll on one bet, because there's no such thing as a guaranteed bet, because this is sports betting. And as we just watched France's soccer team yesterday blow a 3-1 lead and then losing PKs.
Crazy.
This is why you don't do massive units on bets. A unit is 1 to 5% of your gambling bankroll. And the max bet you should ever be putting out, the max bet we ever put out, is 3 units.
True.
Okay? That's very, very easy
Didn't we have
simple.
Way back
and will
in the
save
day,
you
1 5-unit whale play. I remember
we
that
had
day.
one, and it hurt, and it worked. It was a Baltimore Ravens minus like 3.5. But no, I'm sick and tired of watching people put out 1,000-unit plays, people betting their whole bankroll on one bet because someone says it's a guarantee. Stop doing that. Also, betting strategy that's for bankroll management. Betting strategy number 2. Enough with the 14-leg parlays. I get it. They're so much fun, and I do one every once in a while too. They're a lot of fun, and the big payouts are exciting and everything. But long-term, you are going to lose money doing this, okay? It's a very, very research topic that has a ton of statistics behind it that is not profitable long-term doing parlays. If you want to do one every once in a while and do your lottery ticket 20-team parlay, go for it. All these guys killing these same game parlays, some are actually doing really well in same game parlays, and some are just hitting 1 out of every 1,000 for $1,000, and they're not profiting. I get it. It's a ton of fun. I'm not going to discredit anyone for doing it, because if you're in it for the fun and the entertainment, absolutely do it. But if you're in sports betting to make money, stop doing that. It's okay to do it every once in a while for fun, but stop doing it. It's not a long-term profit goal, okay? Those are the big 2 betting strategies that I just wanted to get out of this, because I've seen a lot of people start doing it, and we need to be educating the fellas.
True.
That is all. That's my TED Talk for today. But yes, 1 to 3 unit scale. Units are 1 to 5% of your gambling bankroll. That's how you bankroll manage. And easy on the parlays, fellas. Easy on the parlays. 2-team parlays, absolutely for plus money. 2-team parlays for minus 110, absolutely go for it. 3-team parlays even, yep, sprinkle a few in here and there. Good. But once you start hitting those 4-team, 5-team and higher, your odds dramatically decrease. There's a ton of research. Go look it up. There's tons of statistics that go behind it. Educate yourself. Start making some money, fellas. That's all. We're going to kick it to a break. We'll be right back with a couple more sports stories.
Dang. Oh, dang.
And everyone get ready. Everyone get ready.
We're leaving that to marinate a little bit. Oh,
yes, sir. Everyone get ready for Suck My Take at 11 o'clock, because he's coming into the betting today.
The man himself.
You better get ready. If you're if you didn't like the video yet, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do so right now.
Yeah, in our non-YouTuber voice. What's poppin'?
Yes. Yes. We'll be back 10:40. Get your ass here.
We'll be here. Will you? We're back, fellas.
Hello.
We're back.
We got a couple.
Ah.
Let's bring it to the NFL because I cannot stop thinking about fantasy football, the NFL, the Minnesota Vikings winning the Super Bowl. It's all on my mind, all at the same time. First story from the NFL. My probably favorite fantasy football wide receiver of all time is retiring. Demaryius Thomas, officially as a 4-time Pro Bowler, is retiring from the NFL as a Denver Bronco. Good job, Demaryius.
Whoa. Okay. Shout out to Demaryius. I agree. Legend. But I just saw something crazy.
Breaking news kind of thing?
Yeah, another retirement. Mark Zumoff. Long time 76ers announcer for 39 years. What we had to watch this season made the man retire.
He can't handle it anymore.
He made it through the process. He saw AI lose in the finals. He saw all 39 years of Sixers basketball, and he had to quit after this one.
This is the one that pushed him over the edge. But no.
An absolute legend, dude. Legend in the community, man. One of the just best local commentators, period.
I think Philly has a lot of good ones.
For sure. He was just always one. He was always just the best, man.
Yeah. But no, Demaryius Thomas was probably my most favorite fantasy football wide receiver back in the days of Peyton Manning. And when he'd get 4 catches for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was unbelievable. Great story, too. Came from absolutely nothing. Lived in basically like a small shed with his mom and brothers and whatever. Got out because of football. Just a good story. Really liked him. Super good guy. Good for Demaryius Thomas. 4-time Pro Bowl. Nice.
That's very good.
Kind of dropped off at the end of his career, but he bounced from team to team. I'm glad he retired as Bronco, though, because I think that's how everyone remembers Demaryius Thomas.
Absolutely.
I think that's for sure. I want to talk about this NFL thing because it's just a funny headline. Opposing high school coaches on New York Jets Zach Wilson. Quote, he can really sling it down the field. Wow. What great insights onto a rookie quarterback that when he played in high school and probably threw for 10,000 yards or whatever, the coaches who played against him say, he can really sling it down the field. Hey, I would imagine he's an NFL QB.
Yeah, what do you even want him to say? They'll be like,
yeah.
Hey, he was better than every player on my team. I don't know what do you want me to say?
Good basketball player in high school. Like, no shit, dude. Thank you for that great insight on why he's going to be a great NFL QB. He can really sling it down the field.
Oh, that's funny.
Just unbelievable. ESPN, do better.
Zach Wilson's going to win MVP.
MVP now. Now, I'm putting in a bet right now for Zach Wilson to win MVP because his high school opponent said he can really sling it down the field. What else? Shohei Ohtani is playing out of his mind still. I feel like the MLB is just the Shohei Ohtani and Tatis Jr. show right now. They're both just smacking home run after home run, going deep. Shohei Ohtani is just the most impressive thing that's ever lived on this planet Earth. Dude's starting pitching, relieving pitching, playing great defense in the outfield, batting better than anyone on his team, basically, hitting more home runs than anyone on his team, basically. What kind of specimen is this? Is he a robot?
Could be.
I'm not even calling PEDs. I'm not even calling sticky stuff. I'm calling straight not human being robot at this point. And until proven otherwise, that's the story I'm sticking with. You look like you're reading into something. Your brain looks like it's churning.
I saw something kind of interesting.
Yeah.
From Andrew Miller for the Cardinals pitcher. This is interesting because the Cardinals, when Giovanni Gallegos, he was the one that had to change hats when Joe West asked him to.
So the thing that kind of kicked off everything.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting, I'd say. So he had his first start
since
Andrew Miller, since it was all implemented. And he gave up a run on his last pitch in the end of the inning and came off the field. And he goes, Joe West is waiting for me there. And I said, come on, Joe, I just gave up a run. The last person I have to see right now. But he basically talks about how the whole problem isn't the substances, but it's just the communication
of what's actually allowed and what's not.
Yeah, and he said I think it kind of I think it's kind of goes to show how difficult the communication has been. I think Joe thought, and rightfully so, that he was helping our pitcher out by having conversation. I mean, he and some of the other crew members saw the hat, saw something flagged, and thought if we get rid of the hat before he throws a pitch, we won't have a controversy. And he said, of course, it might have been one of the sparks of why everything get rushed into the system, but ultimately, I think Joe is one of those guys. He's been around forever, plays it by the book, and it kind of blew up into something maybe he didn't quite think was going to get to that point. And then kind of saying on why he thinks umpires aren't able to just talk to the guy and say switch your hat instead of ejecting players. And he said, bottom of the line, the reality is we're midseason. MLB felt like something had to be done, and there's a rule on the books. And changing a rule midseason, I don't know if there's any precedent for that. Ultimately, the easiest thing for MLB to do was just go with the rule on the books. So that's basically it. But I think it's interesting that he was like, I kind of like the way Joe West did it was right, but it just led to the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's just, he opened up a can of worms. He really did. I'm honestly, I still don't know the official rules. I spent probably a half hour searching for the official rules on what's actually allowed in the MLB, and nothing could tell me.
It's because it's essentially
nobody knows.
It's just nothing. He actually goes and he said, umpires aren't looking for substances. They're looking for sticky. And there's a distinction there. They're not trying to distinguish whether or not this sunscreen or we've all found out spider tack is lately or pine tar. To them, it doesn't matter if it's maple syrup. The reality is, if it's a foreign substance and it's sticky, that's the fear of players, is that you get an injection for not doing anything wrong. You know, Santiago's in the news. I doubt he feels like being in the news for having to fight this, if this is truly just a case of just resident sweat, but here we are. I think a lot of players are certainly fearful of some sort of misidentification of something that is a foreign illegal substance. Just puts everyone in a bind.
So can you still get ejected for using rosin right now? Because I'm super confused.
Basically, if there is anything that is sticky, they can
kick you out, and then they're going to inspect it, and if it's only rosin, they won't suspend you, but you'll still get kicked out?
Potentially. I don't know actually how the suspension will go or the testing will go, because I don't know how long the testing will take. But I think, basically, here's the thing. It's like, from what I've looked in, because I'm also very confused about the rule, but from what I've looked into, I think, so if you have it on your arm to keep from sweat going down to your hand, that's okay. But the moment your hand gets sticky, you're liable to be kicked out of the game, which is unfortunate because it really just is like something that naturally happens. And having it on your arm is certainly not against the rules. That is not against the rules for sure. But then,
so if
the sweat mixes with it, gets sticky, and then goes into your hand. Now, I don't know if, again, like what you said, I don't know if the test would then retract the suspension at least, but...
So, if Hector Santiago only had rosin covering him, that was not illegal.
No, but I think if it was on, like, the glove or the ball,
it is.
Then it might be.
It just can't transfer to the ball. You just can't have sticky things on your hand on the ball, basically. You can have it covering you.
It's just tough because you're covered in it.
Yeah, but...
And that's the problem, though, because a rule like this is never meant to be interpreted this this rigorously, you know, this many checks and stuff. Just the nature of what if you you just rub your arm real quick, you do something, then boom, you can't throw another pitch, you're gonna be suspended 10 games. So I don't know.
And it just goes to say that this rule should not have been implemented as quick as it was. I have no problem with this rule, but like you said, the communication has to be better. The actual rules have to be set in a set thing, like an absolute laid out plan of what is considered sticky, what is not considered sticky, what is allowed, what is not allowed. Because it seems like it's all kind of up in the air right now. And also, why would you make this rule change mid-season? It makes no sense. What other sport has ever done that? Where you just make a huge rule change halfway through the season? Why would you not be like, hey, guys, by the way, probably at the end of the season, we're not going to allow sticky stuff. So you might want to start practicing without shit on your hands so that you don't blow out an elbow, you don't blow out a shoulder, you don't hit someone in the face or in the kneecap like Jose Abreu because you can't grip the ball as well. Oh, Rob Manfred hates baseball. And I don't like him. Honestly, if I was a huge baseball fan, which I'm not, by the way, not a big baseball fan, I'd love to follow it, obviously bet it, because I watch lines and patterns and things like that. Not a huge baseball guy, but if I was a huge baseball guy, I would be livid right now. Absolutely pissed off.
Yeah. I would also be.
Rob Manfred. Now, as a casual baseball fan who just likes watching baseball for entertainment reasons, I think this is a ton of fun.
It's definitely...
and I'm kind of enjoying it.
Definitely some fun headlines and stuff.
Yeah. What else do we have? We got about 7 minutes till we get a little suck my take on here for betting talk. Find one more story. Anyone in the chat got anything? Oh, I want to talk about the Lightning briefly.
Okay.
Free play on Twitter, over 5 goals. We get 6. VIP got Lightning in regulation for 1.5 units. That hits as they win 5-1. I got a lot of texts yesterday. I got a lot of DMs and just people talking to me about the Stanley Cup Finals and how. And I got a lot of people saying how they think that the Tampa Bay Lightning are a little bit overrated and how the Canadians are very underrated. Now,
well, I guess
to go along,
technically, that's probably true.
Yes, to go along with that, and to go along with that, absolutely. The Montreal Canadiens are not getting the credit that they deserve for doing what they have done so far. I have not given them the credit that they deserved. I was very confused in the first round and second round series of the Canadiens when they took out Toronto in 6, and then they swept. Well, I wasn't that surprised at the sweep against the Winnipeg, but it was definitely like, whoa, I didn't see that one coming. And I couldn't figure out why they were beating teams. I just thought they were getting lucky and they're playing other North Division teams that aren't very good. And then I really, really had to look at it when they took on VGK, Vegas Golden Knights, because I was like, this doesn't make sense. They're not. You can't just get lucky enough and sporadic enough to beat a team like that handedly too. They beat them in 6. So I started really watching that series, understanding why they're beating teams, and it truly is because they are skating harder, playing harder, hitting harder. They have better chemistry than most of these teams. They just play together very well. And everyone on that team is skating at 1,000,000% all the time. That's why they have gotten to the point where they are now. Now, on the flip side of saying that Tampa Bay Lightning are overrated, no, they're not. Sorry. That's all I have to say. Tampa Bay Lightning are not overrated. They are exactly where they should be. If you think they're overrated because you saw how they played in the regular season and now they're just playing really well, that is not being overrated. That's the fact that you get your 2 best offensive weapons back as soon as the playoffs started. Nikita Kucherov hadn't played since September when the playoffs started. He scored 2 goals his first game. He scored 2 goals last night. And then Steven Stamkos, probably one of the greatest centers that have ever lived, still in the league. He's always played for the Lightning. it's not overrated. It's the fact that they got two very good players back at the beginning of the playoffs, and now they look like the true Tampa Bay Lightning that we all know them to be. Um, Absolutely, the Canadians are underrated because they skate hard, and it's hard to evaluate how good a team is when they're just playing off effort. Like, we're evaluating them off effort and just pure wanting to win. However, if the Lightning don't win in 5, I would be very surprised.
And you break it down
extremely surprised.
Of course, the team that won the Stanley Cup last year will be overrated.
Yes.
And of course, the team with the worst record in the playoffs will be underrated.
This is not one of those instances where it's like, oh, the Tampa Bay has been going through easy teams and blah, blah, blah. No. Tampa Bay went through the hardest team. They just beat the hardest team. That should have been the Stanley Cup Finals. The Stanley Cup Finals should have been the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the New York Islanders. And the Islanders, hell of a job, even though they only got 15 to 20 shots a game, they brought that to Game 7. And honestly, part of me felt like the Islanders should have gotten that. But the problem is they tried to play the same game that the Tampa Bay Lightning did, which is skate hard, chemistry, efficiency. And the Tampa Bay Lightning are just better than them at it. They're more talented. They've got a better goalie. They have every piece that they need. And it's the same thing with the Canadians. The Canadians are going to try and outskate them, out-hit them. And they did. Last night, they hit. If there was a player on the Lightning that was standing in front of the goal or made a pass, you were going to get crushed for making that pass or standing in front of that goal. You're going to get hit and hit hard. You got to understand that the Tampa Bay Lightning have a bunch of players who like getting hit. And I'm not saying like getting hit, but absolutely will take that hit in order to make that pass. Absolutely will take a crushing blow to take that shot. And let's not forget that they have a 6'8" defenseman named Victor Hedman, who is easily the best defender in the NHL, maybe one of the best defenders of all time. And you can't. I watched. Oh shit. I don't know the Canadians player who tried to hit him last night, but someone tried to hit Victor Hedman last night and literally bounced off the man. And I was like, yeah, you can't do that to every player on them. That is a big Russian dude who's a scary man.
Scary man.
But no, good for the Canadians. I think that they play hard, and because they play so hard, I think they will grab a game against the Lightning, just because if the Lightning fall asleep for a period, the Canadians will pump goals on them. However, if they steal more than one in this series, I'll be pretty surprised. The Lightning are they skate hard. Their chemistry is there. They do everything the Canadians do, but just at a higher level. They're more talented. They have better chemistry. You're just not going to beat them. You're not going to beat them playing their own game. So Lightning in 5, absolutely. The Canadians are underrated. They are playing very well, but this is the end of the line for the Canadians, I think. And it's gonna be wild when they go back to Montreal, because that city loves hockey. The Canadians they finally have a Canadian team in the finals for the first time in a while. Canada is gonna be popping. Like, I get it. They may steal one at home, but Tampa Bay Lightning is just too good. They just are. With that, it's 11 o'clock. Bets are coming up next. We have WNBA tonight. We have Suck My Take coming on to talk his bets for today and probably gave us a great insight on the MLB.
Oh, yeah. Dude's
we'll be back. We'll be back
advanced statistics.
Let's call it, we got to get Suck My Take on the show. So let's call it 5 minutes probably.
Yeah.
Get your ass back here. Go look at the bets for today. Go scope it out. We'll be back in 5 minutes with all your information you need to know.
Yes, sir.
If you're not liked or subscribed to the channel, do that right now before you get back. I know that a bunch of you watching aren't subscribed or like the video. You little lazy shits. I know it.
You little rascals.
We have the analytics. We know it.
You little rascals. We'll get you one of these days. But not today. BRB, fellas. Fellas, we're back for everyone's favorite time of the day, 11:07 a.m., aka betting time.
And we have the man, the myth, the legend today. Suck my take. He's here.
He's back. He's back.
Here we go. We're ready. All right. Suck my take had a nice little parlay last night that did not hit, even though I told him playoff P was the reason it'll miss, and playoff P was probably the only thing that actually hit in it.
Only one that hit in the entire parlay. It was. I put a different, single bets down on only playoff P, so that kind of,
saved me. But, there you go. Attaboy.
Offset.
So,
there you go.
That's what I like to hear.
That's smart bet.
It's the Twitter. Like when you get disrespected on Twitter, some of those NBA guys, they come in and they just go for it.
This is
playoff P, Danny Green, Steph Curry, he checks his tweets in the locker room. Some other guys, I can't think of them right now, but if they get like bodied on Twitter the day before their game or something, they come out and they just go crazy.
Yeah, dude. Told you, the NBA is just the male version of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They care. They're emotional. All right, let's hop into bets today. We'll start it out with the NBA. There's no NHL tonight as game one happened last night. My little lightning on that plus 750 bet at the beginning of the playoffs is looking damn nice. Anyways, we have basketball tonight. The Suns and the Clippers. Oh, no, not Suns, Clippers. Sorry. On the wrong day there. Bucks, Hawks. Hawks at home getting plus 7 tonight. Looks like 34% of tickets, 33% of money. So Bucks getting 66 and 6 and 7. How do we feel about this? Suck my take. I want to hear your opinion here first before I dive into this one.
Pretty much what I've been doing on the NBA that's working just beautifully is I just talk to everybody I work with, and then everybody my work likes, I just go the other side of
it. Fade the public 101.
That's literally all I do. Like yesterday, everybody's like, "Oh, dude, Suns are about to close them, bro. They're about to fucking dominate these boys." And I was like, "All right, Clippers money line. Let's take this real quick."
I had a seriously great system on TikTok for a while where I would post a video on TikTok, and I did it during March Madness because our TikTok was blowing up during March Madness. And we would look at the comments, and whoever the comments just shredded, because I'd put out Syracuse plus 7, and people were like, Syracuse is dog shit. Houston's going to roll them, blah, 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 and all this shit. And I was like, well, everyone lock in Syracuse as much as you want because they are going to cover. And every single time TikTok was wrong. And I was like, yeah, this is a great system. I'm going to follow this one.
Why?
Hey, man, fade the public. Yeah. I'm looking at money line. Bucks are getting 66% of tickets and 96% of money.
Yeah.
With the Hawks at home, I think that 7 is very, very coverable. I think if you take them plus 7, you might as well sprinkle on the money line at plus 220 as well. I really thought the Hawks were going to give Milwaukee a good run this series. I did say Hawks in 6. Those words did come out of my mouth. Hawks in 5 might have even slipped out of my mouth.
Hawks in 5 slipped out of there, I believe.
Yeah, I got the DMs right here to prove that one.
Yeah. But I do like that. I think 7 is just too much, especially at home, coming off a loss that they probably shouldn't have lost, except that there was a guy named Chris Middleton that had other ideas that game. I do like Hawks plus 7. Probably going to have to look a little bit more into it, but with public on Bucks, Hawks at home getting 7, I just feel like it's the right decision here.
I want to wait a little bit longer before I actually place my bet because I think this line's going to grow more. Trae Young angle, everything going in with there, and then more people are just going to keep calling on the Bucks when more people wake up and everybody's, oh, Trae Young's hurt? All right, yeah, we'll take the Bucks. We'll hammer the Bucks today. That line's going to get to about 8.5, I think. And now I'm taking the Hawks right there.
Everyone's going to be parlaying Milwaukee Bucks money line.
Oh,
true. Too.
Yeah, everyone's going to be doing it. I see minus 275 in an NBA game.
They're going to take that. They're going to take that and the Houston Astros today or some shit, and that's what everyone's going to parlay it with.
Bro, my dumbass did that yesterday.
Little suck my take, sends it in a DM. He goes, taking Dodgers Astros money line parlay for plus 110, and I just didn't even respond to it. I was like, I'm not gonna say a word. Yeah. I don't have any opinion on it.
I was so sad throughout that entire game.
I bet.
Altuve maybe 2 feet from a grand slam walk-off.
Hate to see it. I hit that under in the Dodgers Giants game. I was very nice for that one. I watched Desclafani get yarded first 2 batters up, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. But hey, man came back.
It was fun.
All right, let's get into MLB today. Let's get to the first game of the day. 7:05 Rays and Washington. What do we got? Suck my take.
All right, well,
enlighten me.
Dick Mountain, otherwise known as Rich Hill, is kind of a bum. I kind of hate that man. Every time he plays the Royals, we shell Buddy. And he's going against...
Wait, I'm sorry. Rich Hill, Dick Mountain. Are we not going to elaborate on that real quick? That is a... What?
Bro, that's his nickname, Dick Mountain, bro.
Oh, Rich Hill, God. Good Lord. Baseball people and their nicknames, man. Every once in a while, it catch me off guard. All right, anyways, Dick Mountain. Elaborate.
He's kind of, he's like 55 years old. He's got a cane out there on the mound, sporting his fucking beer belly out there.
So you're telling me he's Nelson Cruz without the steroids?
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
And he just learned how to pitch. And I mean, are we just gonna talk about Kyle Schwarber for a second? My man's got like 55 dongs in the past 5 games. What is he doing recently? He is eating steroids. He's going full Nelson Cruz right now. But here's some numbers.
Except for breakfast.
Ryan Zimmerman, a little older, but he's been putting the bat in the ball a little bit. In 11 at bats, he's got 6 hits, a double, 2 homers, 545 average, 583 on base, 1.182 slugging, 1.765 OPS. So my man's just kind of putting him in the ground, I guess you could say.
All right.
And then Josh Harrison's hitting 333, and that's really about it. Schwarber, he's been kind of terrible against him, but I'm not too worried about that. Schwarber's been on a tear. He should beat up Rich Hill a little bit. And then I noticed that Joe Ross, he's never really played anybody on the Rays. 3 at-bats, 1 hit from Mike Zunino, and Manuel Margot's got 1 at-bat against him with nothing going on. So all right. I don't love any side in this game. Nats are pretty good at home, but the Rays have always been good on the road. So
yeah, they've been pretty much dominant on the road so far.
Yeah, if anything, I would look at a first 5 over, but I just don't love much in that game.
Yeah, I'd pretty much agree. If I were to take, I don't like that the line is set at 9.5, which means that the Rays over is probably 4.5 juiced out of its mind, 5.5 plus money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't normally trust the Rays bats that much. I feel like it's kind of inconsistent. But yeah, the money on this game, Rays on the road -104, Nationals at home getting slightly favored at -112. Looks like Rays are getting 70% of tickets, 58% of money. So maybe people are putting them in a little bit of parlays. Yeah. Doesn't look like anyone really trusts them a ton. I kind of agree. Yeah, I think it's just a stay away game. I would think that the Rays win this. Honestly, I just think that they're a better baseball team, and especially on the road, I've watched them just absolutely crush people. But yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think whenever I see Joe Ross too, I feel like I can never make a decision.
No, I don't know. All I know is if you're gonna do anything, take a flyer on a Kyle Schwarber home run.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. 7:05 as well. We have Angels and Yankees. Let's see the line here real quick. It looks like Angels are getting +135 on the road. Yankees getting -159 at home. Yankees getting 72% of tickets, 85% of money, which I love when the Yankees get stacked on by the public because it means that you just take the other side. Hang on. Cover Sport says under 10, which means absolutely nothing. I'm just glad to know which one I should probably fade. Heaney and what is it? Tylon?
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Tylon.
Tylon's 5.18 ERA, 1.32 WHIP. Heaney's basically the same pitcher with a 4.72 ERA, 1.27 WHIP. What do we need to know? Suck my take. What are we looking at here?
Pretty much the fact that it's in the Bronx, right? It's a Yankee stadium.
Yep.
Tani going up there lefty. That's if he's playing, I need to see if he's playing today and everything. But if he's playing, I'm taking him as a home run. That's a 3-10.
Dude, he can't stop hitting dingers.
He
He can't stop being one of the most impressive MLB players on the history of the planet.
Like you said, he's a robot.
Yeah. We're not checking for PEDs at this point. We're checking for wires and shit. Like this is a real thing. This guy doesn't make any sense.
He's so good. And every time he hits the ball, it sounds like you're dropping a crab in the
it really
water.
does. Smack. Oh, that one's gone. See you later.
Beats the hell out of it. So
he barely even looks at the ball when he hits it. He's like, yeah, that one's gone. I'm just gonna start running the bases.
His swing doesn't make sense, but it's so sick. It's just a water swing. But
what an art form.
For sure. To, get a couple bases, maybe a home run flyer. I like the Angels today. Haney is kind of gross. Don't really like him, but I mean, every time I bet against him when the Royals play, we lose. So whatever. DJ Mayhew, someone to look at. He's hitting 510 at bats with a homer, 4 ribbies. So he's not been having the greatest year, but he's a good player. Something to look at there. Aaron Judge, your boy, is 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts against Haney.
I fucking hate that guy. I hate that guy so much. He should not be in the damn MLB.
Bro,
I can't stand him.
Such a good year though.
I know. I just hate him so much. The man strikes out 9 times and then goes on 1 month streak of just hitting bomb after bomb, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's so good." It's like, yeah, look at him the rest of the season. He's ass. He can't hit a ball.
6'7", 280, next generation of baseball players right
6'7",
there.
280, and swings out of his fucking shoes every single time a ball comes across the plate.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, no, there's not a lot I like in that game either. I would think about Ohtani and then maybe Angels money line.
Okay.
I don't like
the over-under set at 10, which I kind of like the over on, but anytime I see over 9.5, I'm so hesitant on laying it. I really only lay under overs when I see like 7.5, 8, 8.5. If I really trust it, I might go 9. But I feel like once you hit in the 10s and the double digits, it's just kind of like a hope and a prayer that you're just going to see an explosion of a game. Now, with the Angels and Yankees, I can see easily a 15-run game, but Angels bats sometimes don't work. Yankees bats all the time don't work, it feels like at this point. Yeah. At home getting stacked on, absolutely, I would lean the Angels on this one, but I'm not going to place it because I don't trust their bullpen.
No.
I don't trust their starting pitcher.
Both of their bullpens suck. Both of the starters suck. Over under at 10. And at Yankee, you're begging to hit the over. Everybody's going to want to hit the over in this game.
Yeah. Let me see what the over is actually be getting laid on. Looks like 60% tickets. Actually, under is getting 76% of money. I still don't like it, but it's an interesting little. Yeah, I could see it, but I don't want to lay it. It's not worth it.
It's gonna be like one of those. Ohtani hits 3 home runs. Jared Walsh hits fucking 3 home runs, and the Angels lose to the Yankees 5-6.
Yep, I could see that happening as well. Third game of the day. Moving on, we've got Marlins, Phillies at home. That's at 7-5 as well. We've got what are the lines here? I can't find the game. There it is. Marlins on the road getting -109. Phillies at home getting -107. Basically a pick 'em. Marlins getting 61% of tickets. However, Phillies getting 80% of money. So a big split here. Either everyone's parlaying the Marlins with something, or everyone's stacking on the Phillies at home.
Well, we all know about the Phillies at home.
Yes, Phillies at home, very nice. However, I do not trust Velasquez, and I didn't trust him last time. It seems like he goes. They always let him go an inning too long. That's what it feels like. He goes up there for 3 innings, 4 innings. He pitches super well, gives up like 1 earned run, and then they put him in for just half an inning too long, and he gets shelled in that half inning, and then they take him out. But not until he gives up 3 more earned runs. 4.74 ERA, 1.4 WHIP. Rogers 2.808 ERA with a 1.04 WHIP. Rogers is that good of a pitcher?
Yeah, he's in the lead for AL Rookie of the Year right now.
Damn.
Yeah, he's been going nuts the entire year. He's faced the Phillies a couple times. McCutcheon's got 7 at-bats, 4 hits, and 2 homers with a double against him. So McCutcheon's not even like having a great year or anything, but
no. It seems like he is sporadic though. Like every once in a while, he'll just go 3 for 3 one game and just go crazy.
And then Reese Hoskins, ever since he said, you gotta talk about the good things I do too, he's 0 of 8 with like 5 strikeouts or something like that.
Nice. Way to really tell him.
Oh yeah, he's really getting after him there. He's like, talk about the good things, and then just sucks.
I'll jump into what I think on this game. The Phillies are obviously a very good team at home. The Marlins definitely do struggle on the road. However, this pitching matchup, I really favor the Marlins. And once we get into the bullpen, I don't trust Phillies bullpen at all. Not to say that I trust the Marlins that much better. However, they are a top 10 bullpen as far as ERA, home runs let up. They don't give up many walks. They kind of have like the full fundamental package in bullpen, it feels like, while Philadelphia, I feel like, can go 0 earned runs in their bullpen or 12. And you never really know what's coming. I normally don't like to bet against them when they're at home just because they are a home team, but I love to fade Velasquez because in his last 4 starts, he's gone 4 earned runs, 3, 2, 3, 6. He started out this season great, but it seems like after his 1-1-0-0-0 start, he just has been getting killed.
Oh yeah, and then on the other side, the Marlins bats. I like the Marlins bats. I like Starling Marte. I like Jazz Chisholm. I like Adam Duvall. I like Miguel Rojas. They're all hitting pretty good against him, except Duvall, who's only got 4 at bats. But I mean, Chisholm's got 3 hits and 4 at bats. Marte's got 5 hits and 7 at bats. Miguel Rojas has 7 hits and 19 at bats with a homer.
Jesus.
Like they're like the first 2 guys on here, Marte and Chisholm, are hitting over 715 with over 700 on bases and over 1.5 OPSs.
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah, I would take Marlins team total over. I think I got it at 3.5, like minus 130, but I'd look at 4.5 at like plus 105, 110. I definitely like that, especially with the way that the Phillies bullpen plays. They're just not.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, I normally stay away from Phillies when they're at home, which I probably will today. I will say I'm leaning Marlins. I might put them in some kind of like long shot 3-team, kind of like where everyone's at plus 100 kind of thing. Yeah, I hate betting against the Phillies when they're at home. That team has screwed me over so many times, and I hate doing it. But yeah, Velasquez, honestly, like a first 5 kind of thing for Miami Marlins, I might go with, because Velasquez, it seems like when he gets in that 3rd, 4th inning, he just crumbles.
Oh, I gotta find the exact number on this bet, but I already took this bet because I liked it a lot. It was the first 5 over for the Marlins, and I think full game over for the Marlins. Let's see here. Yeah, so over 3.5 is minus 140, but you can get 4.5 at plus 110, and then you can get the over 2.5 first 5 at minus 125.
All right.
So I like both those. I would say take those.
All right. I like it. 7:07, we have Blue Jays and Mariners. Blue Jays at home getting, what is this? Minus 225. Mariners on the road getting plus 188. Looks like Blue Jays getting absolutely stacked on today at 81% of tickets and 93% of money. I'm guessing I know why. Robbie Ray's on the mound for the Blue Jays. Flexen's, that's Flexen, right?
Yeah,
Flexen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Looks like relatively the same kind of stats for the pitchers. 3.35 ERA for Ray with a 1.13 whip. Flexen's got a 3.87 ERA with a 1.25 whip, so give the nod a little bit to Toronto on the starting pitchers. However, Toronto is not that great of a team at home, only 16-17, but Mariners also struggle on the road at 17-22. I know you got something for this one, so I'm ready for it.
All right. So at first glance, yeah, Chris Flexen and Robbie Ray, they look pretty similar. So I went into it a little bit because I've been noticing little Chris Flexen numbers. On the road, Flexen's got a 7.27 ERA with a 1.7 whip and a 6 K/9 and 3 strikeout to walk ratio.
Oof.
On 6+ days of rest, he's got a 4.78 ERA with a 1.5 whip, and then same strikeout per 9 and strikeout to walk. My man gets teed up on the road in 6+ days of rest, which both are happening today. against a Blue Jays lineup. Give me.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
Total. Give me first 5 team total on the Blue Jays. They're gonna hit. I think Vladdy goes yard. Bichette's gonna go yard. Name anybody else on the entire Blue Jays roster. They're gonna go yard.
This man actually. So because you said the home and away thing, I'm just looking at his stats in his last 10 starts.
Mm-hmm.
It is seriously like night and day difference when this guy is on the road. Look at so at home they beat Colorado 2-1. He pitches for 6.2, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 1 home run. Pitches at home against the Twins, goes 8 innings, 4 hits, 0 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, 0 walks, 0 home runs. Pitches on the road against Detroit, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, only 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 home run. Yeah, it's like literally night and day. Pitches against Texas at home, 0 earned runs, and then pitches on the road against San Diego, 10 hits, 8 earned runs, only 1 strikeout over 1.2 innings, 2 home runs. This dude literally can't pitch on the road. Like he can't.
Killed on the road. Like just no nuts, maybe, I don't know, but
yeah, he's just
murdered.
You know, it's the glare off the home base, and you know. He doesn't sleep in his bed at night, and he's got a Tempur-Pedic. He's got one of those adjustable mattresses, and he has to get his sleep number right. Otherwise, he's not going to be there, man. He's not ready to go.
Pounded. I'm taking like, I don't know, 4 or 5 Blue Jays probably over total bases. Maybe Vladdy hits a homer. I'm taking first 5 team total over for the Blue Jays. I'm taking team total over for the Blue Jays. I'm taking flexing over earned runs. I'm full slate. I'm taking Blue Jays overs.
All right, so fade the Blue Jays today, fellas. You heard it here first. But no, Sean, what is the Blue Jays team total over on DraftKings? It's got to be 5.5 at plus money.
5.5 plus 105.
Okay, so 4.5 is what, minus 150 or some shit?
Probably.
Okay. Yes, I do like that Blue Jays team total over. I did not realize the difference in flex and splits at home and away. Mm-hmm. That is very interesting, especially with the Toronto Blue Jays bats at home. Second, they really got up to the second ranked offense now. Yeah, they've really been pouring it on them. And, oh God, dude, their last 10 games they have been unbelievable. I mean, they haven't played incredible teams, but their bats have been 5, 12, 5, 9, 3, 2, 7, 10, 1, 4. Like, good God. They barely have an off game. Yeah, give me the Blue Jays. That line's pretty juiced. I'd probably put them in a parlay with someone else that's getting absolutely favored in public money, just so you don't lose both singles. I wouldn't take the spread on this, even though it's probably a smart idea, because the spread, I'm sure, is getting damn near 100%.
Oh, yeah. It was I think you can get Blue Jays first 5 team total over 3.5 at plus 105.
Okay. That's not bad. Actually, their minus 1.5 is only minus 118, 80%, 92%. That's not terrible. But yeah, give me that Blue Jays team total over. I like that one. Moving on with that, we've got Royals. Oh, here we go. Royals and Red Sox. Red Sox at home. Let me hear about how we are fading the Kansas City Royals today, with Boston at home getting minus 235. Royals on the road getting plus 190. Red Sox absolutely getting stacked on 87% of tickets, 97% of money, for good reason, because Brad Keller is on the mound for the Royals, and this man gets shit on day after day. 6.39 ERA, 1.8 whip. Pavetta has a 4 flat ERA with a 1.26 whip. Nothing special, but definitely better than Brad Keller.
Well, pretty much. Keller will give you 1 horrible inning. Don't know when it's going to be.
But it's going to happen.
It could be the 4th. It could be the 5th. I don't know. But he's going to give up 4+ runs in an inning. So it's just all about, do you think he can get to the 4th or 5th inning and Matheny actually realizes, oh shit, Keller's about to get shelled? Let's get him the hell out.
Let's get him out. That's how I feel about Velasquez on the Phillies. Like, how do you not see it coming? Every single time that man pitches, he does 3 great innings, and then he gets either in the 4th or the 5th, and he gets shelled. Like, just only let him pitch 3. He clearly can't pitch more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these managers just piss me off. I'm like, what are you thinking? Like, what are you doing? You know it's going to happen. It's happened every single time. You know it's coming. Don't let it happen.
But I would be very worried about betting against the Royals today, actually. I bet on the Red Sox yesterday. But, all right, so this is a big if. If Matheny can pull Keller at the right time, Keller can get to 3, maybe 4 innings, and they bring in Bubic, different ball game. Bubic is going to go until the 7th or 8th, and then we got closers. We can bring in, we can shut the game down.
Okay.
Keller can just get through a couple innings, and Bubic comes in. I think the Royals are a live underdog here, especially I saw tickets having Red Sox money line at 99%. Dude.
Yeah. They're at 97 sitting currently. That's a shitload.
And then Pivetta, his numbers against the Royals are hitting 345 as a team against him.
Wow.
Yeah. Keller, Red Sox are hitting 214 against Keller.
Interesting.
So I wouldn't be too gung-ho on betting on the Red Sox today. I know some people are going to be putting their life down on that game today, but
yeah, it looks like they are. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a prime spot for the Royals to get a nice bounce back game. And our bats came alive yesterday. We had 5 runs. We came out hot.
Sick choke, bro.
We could be coming around.
I had a Dirty Sox parlay yesterday. I had the White Sox money line and Boston Red Sox money line, which White Sox got postponed, so that sucked. But I saw the 5-0 against Kansas City Royals, and I was like, of course, when I throw a parlay down. But boy, was I nicely surprised to watch the Kansas City Royals shit the bed like they always do. It was music to my ears to watch an interdivision opponent just get absolutely shelled at the end of a game and just blow it. Completely blow it.
That sucks. Witt has 3 hits, a home run, and 2 singles. We bring up a new third baseman, Eduardo Rivera. He's got, I think he went 2 for 3 or something like that. I mean, like here, Santana, Michael Taylor, he's 5 of 12 with 2 doubles against Pivetta. I think Taylor, he usually gets about a half base, juice to 125 or so. If you want to hit Michael Taylor to get 1 hit, I think that's a good bet. All right. And then Georgie Soler, we moved him up to the 2nd so that he can get better pitches, because he was batting 4th and 5th, and they weren't giving him anything good to hit. But now he's hitting in front of Santana and Perez, and so they're giving him stuff to hit. And I think the Royals bats might come alive today. I think this could be a high-scoring game, but I think the total is 10.5.
Yeah, it's sitting at 10.5 right now.
I just wouldn't throw your life savings on the Red Sox is all I'm saying.
Okay. So you're saying the Dirty Sox parlay is maybe an option today.
It's a maybe. I just wouldn't put too much on it. I think the Royals are live today.
All right, sounds good. Next game is 7:10. We have Cleveland Indians and Detroit Tigers. Detroit Tigers, what an interesting team right now. We have, what's the line here? Hang on. I'm going to find it.
Cleveland should be heavy favorites with Jose.
Yes, they are. They are at -200 at home. Detroit +170 on the road. Looks like Indians getting 79% of tickets and 98% of money. Holy shit. Yeah, we have Arena pitching for Detroit, 6 flat ERA, 1.65 WHIP. Is that, I don't know how to say it. Maja?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. No, neither do I. 4.94 ERA, 1.18 WHIP. So that's a pretty good WHIP for having him 5 flat ERA. He's only going to go 3. It looks like Arena will probably go 5, depending on if he's getting shelled or not. Yesterday, Cleveland bats came fucking alive. Holy shit. I had a nice little Detroit Tigers over 4.5, which they barely hit, but they got. It looks like Arena in his last 3 starts has just been getting fucking shelled. 16.76 ERA, 18.62 hits, 2.9 WHIP in his last 3, averaging 3.72 home runs. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
This is a spot that you're going to be looking at Eddie Rosario, Ahmad Rosario, Jose Ramirez, just look for the Indians, look for the player props and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think this is gonna be a big bullpen game for Cleveland.
Okay.
The Cleveland bats are starting to come alive, and if they come alive, that team's gonna be dangerous. They just need to hit the ball.
Their team total can't be that juiced, right? Because the game total is only 9.5. Sean, what is Cleveland Indians team total over? And honestly, what's Detroit's too? Because I don't mind laying a line on Detroit if it's 3.5.
Well, let's see.
Because Meja, or however the hell you say that, is also not that great of a pitcher. No. He's definitely decent. He's definitely good at home. He's better at home, but he's not anything spectacular.
So Tigers is at 3.5 minus 130. Indians is 5.5 plus 102.
Damn, they did get him 5.5, huh?
They really went and did it.
I honestly don't mind it. Urena should get shelled. Detroit Tigers bullpen, not good. Bottom 5 in the entire league. They have been really, really interesting lately, Detroit Tigers.
Dude,
I mean, the losing by 1 to Houston, beating Houston by 1, getting shelled by Cleveland, but then wiping the floor with the Cardinals, beating the Angels. They're just weird. I don't trust them to suck like I normally do.
I think I'm trying to do some math here and everything right now, but pretty much every time the Tigers are playing someone that's not the Astros, they kind of hit the shit out of the ball. They have a good offense. They just can't hit against the Astros. I think it was outside of the Astros series, 5 out of their last 6 games, they had 5+ runs.
Damn.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a big bullpen game for the Indians. That could go either way. Who knows?
Yeah, they do have a sick bullpen.
I would just stay off this game. There's nothing I enjoy out of it.
Yeah, no. The lines are too juiced. I don't really like anything as well.
Except for maybe some player props on Indians players.
Yeah, I would probably lean Cleveland Indians team total over, but I hate laying it when it's 5.5. I don't trust 5.5s. So yeah, that's that game. Another set. Jeez, we have so many MLB games today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Padres, Reds, 7-10. We got Reds at home getting plus 128. Padres on the road getting minus 155. 64% on the Padres, 75% of money on the Padres. Tony Santillan is Reds pitcher, 3.29 ERA, 1.46 WHIP. Blake Snell on the mound for San Diego Padres, 5.29 ERA, 1.55 WHIP. Give me Reds team total over in the first 3. Their money line minus 1.5 first 5. I don't care. Fuck you, Blake Snell. I hate that guy. He has costed me money this season. That stupid guy. I don't like him. He sucks in the first inning. Give me Yurfie. Give me everything. This man cannot pitch in the first 2 innings.
Oh, yeah. He's been awful all year. Just terrible. I loved him when he was on the Rays. Once you leave the Rays, it's like the Patriots. You're just dog shit after you leave.
He's just
you're irrelevant. You're going to be dog shit once you leave. No one on the Reds has ever gotten a hit against Blake Snell. There's only been 2 people who faced him. They're 0-3 and 0-8.
What the fuck?
Nick Castellanos and Tyler Naquin. No one's ever gotten a hit on Blake Snell, but they've only faced him twice. So
okay, that makes me feel a little bit better, I guess.
I mean, Reds have a good offense. Their bats typically.
Their bats are deceivingly good. Yeah, I can't tell if it's just because they go 0 and then 12 and then 0 and then 12 and then 0 and then 12, or if their bats are actually good. Because like looking at their last games, 12-0. 4-2, 5-10, 5-2, 5-2. Like it's just they're so sporadic, but man, it's Blake Snell.
Oh, hold on, I gotta get the weather for this game real quick.
I've got 92 degrees, winds coming from the east at about 4.5, so 60% humidity. Nothing.
There's nothing really there to dig in about.
Yeah, nothing's gonna really pop or anything. I like the Reds team total over here.
How about a run first inning?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Blake Snell, I don't know what it is in the first inning. This man cannot keep a clean sheet in the first inning. I don't know why. I don't know how. The other day, I had a no-runs first inning with the Rockies, and Padres when Freeland and Snell were on the mound. It was way juiced up at like plus 160. And I was like, as long as Freeland gets out of the inning, I'm okay. Sure as shit, he leaves 2 guys on base, gets out of the inning. I'm like, yes. What does Blake Snell do next? Just gets fucking shelled one after another. Gives up like 3 in the first inning. And I was like, well, that was fun. He did it with 2 outs too, bastard.
Yeah, it always happens with 2 outs too. Always.
What is the Yerfie? Do you know the odds on the Yerfie? I don't have them.
I don't know.
Okay. Jonathan, do you know the odds on the Yerfie for the San Diego Padres and Cincinnati Reds?
Yeah, bro. I'll look it up though.
Yeah, off the top of my head.
Plus 120 no run first inning, minus 140 run first inning.
Damn it. They got us. They know Blake Snell is just gonna. What is the Reds team total over? I'm hoping it's give me 4.5 at not juiced odds, please.
4.5 plus 106.
Let's go. Give me that. I love that line. I know Blake Snell will perform at one of these points, and I know that bullpen is actually pretty good. However, I'm sick and tired of Blake Snell screwing me, so I'm going to screw over Blake Snell and bet against him this time, especially with the Reds bats. And I really do like the Reds bats, actually.
All right, so then we're all on Blake Snell today. Then we're going unders on everything because I think he just has a vendetta against you.
He really does. This man does not like me at all. He really tries to screw me over every chance he gets. But it's fine because today it's going to change. Trends are meant to be broken, and today the trend breaks. No. Give me Reds team total over. I don't trust the Padres bats to put the game total over on. Plus, Santillan is not that. I mean, he's not a great pitcher. He's not a bad pitcher. The Reds bullpen is fucking god awful. It's so bad. But the game total over is over 10, and I don't trust it.
I don't want that.
I don't trust it. Reds team total over 4.5. That's what it is. That's all I have. Let's see here. Let's go Mets, Braves. Braves at home getting minus where is it? There it is. Minus 167. Mets on the road getting plus 143. Looks like tickets are favoring Braves at 62%. However, money is split basically 50-50. So probably it looks like people are probably parlaying the Braves at money line and then just kind of betting straights on the Mets. We've got McGill versus Charlie Morton today. Oh, fuck. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
No, we're good. One of my AirPods went down. McGill is 0-0, but he has a 4.15 ERA with a 1.15 whip. Morton is relatively similar with a 3.68 ERA and 1.14 whip. Looks like McGill is going to go 4 to 5 innings. Morton could go 5 to 6, depending on if he gets shelled or not. What do you got here? Suck my take. What do you got?
I like Charlie Morton. I think he's a good pitcher. The Mets, they don't have bats.
They don't have bats.
Suck.
They really do.
They're the worst good team I think I've ever seen.
I've been living off Mets unders and just like game total unders. I've been living off of them.
And no one on the Mets hits Charlie Morton. 156 total for their team. Dominic Smith has the best numbers, and he's 2 for 6 with a home run. And there's just nothing that would make me even interested on betting on anything Mets today. I got an affinity with the Braves, though. I love the Braves for no reason.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't realize what the Mets are doing offensively, their last 10 games they have gone 4-2-4-1-2-7-0-0-4-2. They have literally gotten 4 runs in only 4 of their past 10, and when they don't get at least 4 runs, they get 2-1-0-0-2. I don't understand how they're still competitive besides the fact that DeGrom pitches every 5 games. Yeah. And it's just a guaranteed win if he's on the mound.
He's still like 6-3 though, because if he gives up a singular run, they lose.
Even if he doesn't give up a singular run, they almost lose. They almost blew it in a 7-game and against the Braves a couple weeks, or what was it, last week? Yeah. DeGrom goes out there, just laces them. Oh my God. Struck out almost every single batter. He gets pulled in halfway through the 5th of a 7 7-inning game, and then they almost end up losing because Atlanta put everyone on the base and then couldn't get it done, and they ended up losing 4-2 or whatever it was. But yeah, give me game total under, honestly. I know Atlanta's bullpen is not very great.
Yeah, but I mean,
however, at 9 runs, I don't see the Braves being able to put that many on the Mets, and the Mets not being able to come back. This series has been pretty low scoring. Besides the last outing, it was 7-3, but before that, this year it was 3-0, 1-0, 4-2, and then they had a 13-2, 5-4, 4-3, 3-1. Like they all have been going under basically. Yeah. With the couple sporadic games, which was Walker and Anderson on the mound, and actually Morton on the mound the last time, but they only scored 4.
I like Morton. McGill, he's like pretty much everybody in the Braves lineup has gotten to seen him twice except for Acuna.
Yeah.
And I mean, 3 for 15 against him, batting 200.
So nothing impressive.
Freddie Freeman has 2 of those hits.
Okay.
So I would look at maybe a Freddie Freeman player prop today.
What is he, over 1.5?
Yeah, he'd be over 1.5. I haven't looked at it, but I'd have to guess it's somewhere around 110 plus or minus. Don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I really like game total under on this one. I see it's a little juiced at like minus 120-ish. Let me see what the tickets are on, because I don't want to take it if everyone else is. 32% of tickets, 70% of money. So people are taking it, are definitely stacking on it a little bit. But the fact that it's 68% of tickets on the over makes me feel a little bit better. It looks like under 9 is at minus 117 on DraftKings. I might end up taking that.
I like that.
Yeah. Honestly, I've thought about taking Mets team total unders a few times in the past. And every single time I think about it, it's hit. And I just can't do it because I don't trust myself to put a team total under. That just feels super disrespectful, and that some team's going to shell me for it.
Oh, I got a rule that anytime DeGrom pitches, I take Mets team total under.
Yeah. It's seriously, it really is.
75% of the time.
It really does, and that's what I kind of look at too. All right, moving on. 8-10. I don't have a line for the Astros-Orioles game because Orioles do not have a pitcher.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it really, honestly.
No, we don't. White Sox Twins, we don't need to talk about because White Sox are at home going against Kenta Maeda, and the White Sox will win. 30 Sox parlay, Boston Red Sox money line, Chicago White Sox money line. I'm running it back, and we're going to hit it. Actually, let me see what the odds are real quick. I love that parlay. I put it up yesterday, and
when was the last time?
Oh, now my Twitter's popping. Well, I wonder how many parlays France killed yesterday. Yeah, a fucking lot of them. A lot of them. Stupid ass team. And now I'm reminded why I hate betting on soccer.
Soccer sucks.
It's the sport I know better than any other sport, and I literally refuse to bet it because it's so fucking stupid. I hate betting on that sport.
I was at work, just driving around in the van or whatever, and all of a sudden my buddy is sitting there, he's like, Frank scored again. It's 3-1, like 84th minute. I'm going.
Yeah, I was freaking out. I came and grabbed Sean out of his room because it was 1-0, and then Benzema scores 2 in 90 seconds. I'm like, Sean, you need to come watch this game right now. And then Pogba hits his unbelievable shot, and then we're watching. We're like, damn, this is crazy. And then every single cross that Switzerland had was almost a goal. Every single set piece, every single cross. And then they scored 1, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then they scored the next one. I'm like, oh, my God. And then it's like 93rd minute. And Kingsley Coman rails the crossbar for France. And I'm like, oh, that would have been the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life if that would have gone in. That was honestly the craziest soccer game I've seen in a really long time. That was, even though I was on the wrong side of it, still a very fun game to watch, honestly. I wasn't okay with losing like that, but just to watch a game like that was pretty impressive. Yeah. The Dirty Sox parlay is plus 145. Oh, the value on that is just unbelievable.
I won't be taking it, but
with the dog shit Kansas City Royals playing, are you kidding? And the White Sox going against Kent. Actually, Kenta Maeda is a decent.
Are we fading both of our teams today?
Yes, we are. The Dirty Sox parlay does fade both of our teams today. But I love fading the Twins. It's my favorite thing ever.
Bro, it hurts.
I live off fading the Twins.
It hurts me.
It doesn't hurt me. When it's the Twins, it's just like, hey, I expect to lose. It's okay. I might as well make money off of it. Makes me feel better about myself. 8-10 as well. We have Cubs and Milwaukee. We got Woodruff on the mound tonight. Looks like Milwaukee. Dude, the Cubs get so disrespected on odds when they go against aces. It's actually insane. I have seen the Cubs are one of the top teams in the MLB, yet I have seen them come at plus 200 so much because they play Clayton, they play Woodruff, they play. It's unbelievable. Milwaukee getting minus 245 at home. Cubs getting plus 200 on the road. Brewers getting 68% of tickets, 61% of money. Woodruff and Davies are on the mound. Davies is 4.31 ERA with a 1.44 whip. Whip's pretty high for that ERA. Woodruff 1.89 ERA with a 0.76 whip. Looks like Davies will go for 5. Woodruff can go anywhere from 5 to 8. What do we need to know?
I think Davies' ERA is higher than he actually he's a better pitcher than his ERA and whip show. I think he's gonna do pretty well. He was on the Brewers for 5-6 years and then was the Padres, now to the Cubs. So it does kind of scare me because probably saw this guy a lot in batting practice and everything. Okay. And the Cubs, they can't hit fastballs. Jock Peterson is the only person on that team who can hit like a 96 mile an hour fastball. But when I'm looking at these matchups, no run first inning.
No run first inning.
No run
Murphy,
first inning.
What is do you know the odds on it?
Minus 120.
That's not bad. Murphy, Chicago Cubs, Milwaukee Brewers. I like that.
So Davies against the Brewers. Colton Wong, the guy you usually have to watch out for on the Brewers. 2 for 17 against him. Oof. Christian Yelich, 2 for 11 against him. And then no one else has gotten hit. They're hitting 121 against Davies. So if Davies can just get out of that first inning, we're golden.
Yeah, and I'm looking the only real reason that Davies has the stats that he does is because he seems to just blow up every once in a while. Like he goes for earned runs since the start of the season 0-1-3, 0-1-4, 0-0-8-0. So it's like he either goes crazy for 5-6 innings and just shuts everyone out. Looks like he's a placement pitcher because the strikeouts aren't very high. He walks quite a few people, which scares me a little bit. But yeah, I don't trust the Brewers' bats to really matter anyways. Even if he's getting walks, the Brewers' bats are just not impressive.
The only person we have to watch out for is Jock Peterson in this no-run first inning because he likes to take him yard in the first inning, but I don't think he's taking Woodruff yard today.
Okay.
But he does have 2 home runs in 8 at-bats against Woodruff.
Interesting. Get out of the first inning.
The rest of the team, 3 for 16, 1 for 10, 3 for 20, 3 for 18, 2 for 20, 1 for 16, 0 of 5, 0 of 2, 0 of 3.
Damn.
It's Jock Peterson. If we can get past Jock Peterson, no runs first inning, lock it in.
Just because I'm intrigued by it. Sean, what is the Chicago Cubs team total over? It's 3.5 at plus money, correct? Because if it is
2.5 minus 121.
God, the two and a half. The
There's
two
no
and a
feelings
half
on
get
that.
me.
There's no feelings on the
2.5 always gets me. Every single time I see a team that's capable of hitting a ball at 2.5, I get I get itchy. I want to lay it so bad.
I mean, I know the Cubs. They started off the year like the worst offensive team in the history of baseball, and
they're sitting at 18th now. Yeah,
they went on a streak where they were like the best in their team history, and then right after that they were the worst in team history, even worse than the worst team in MLB history at the start of the season.
Yeah, they're just they cannot hit, and it pisses me off because I feel like they should be able to hit.
They're on the road too. They've been bad on the road all year.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, on the road, 4 runs yesterday, 1 run, 2, 4, and then they got home, and then on the road, 2, 3, 2, 2. Out the road, 3, 7, 4. Yeah, I don't know.
The only thing I'm seeing here is it seems like Woodruff started the season a lot better than what he's continuing on with. Yeah, it seems like the last 4 games he's struggled a little bit. not struggled, but like just not as solid as what he is, and that's what makes me want to lay it. Because when you get Colorado hitting them 5 times with 5 earned runs and shit like that, it's like, ooh, if Colorado can do it, the Cubs can do it too. But that's probably just a lean at that 2.5. I do like that line, but
I'm taking no runs first inning, and then I'm turning this game.
Yeah, I like that no runs first inning. I like that a lot. Let's move on because we're almost already at noon. We've got D-backs, Cardinals. I took D-backs over 3.5 yesterday. That hurt a little bit. They just can't be trusted. They're on the road getting plus 132. Cardinals at home minus 157. 60% of tickets, 70% of money on Cardinals. We have Carlos Martinez versus Caleb Smith. Martinez is going to get shelled. 6.78 ERA, 1.44 WHIP. Smith, on the other hand, 3.03 ERA with a 1.26 WHIP.
Well,
do I dare lay the D-backs over again? It's probably at 4.5 now.
Are we sure he's going to get shelled? I mean, the D-backs have a combined.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
They hit .152 against Martinez, and they are awful. They are so bad.
They are so bad.
Peralta 4 for 19, Cabrera 2 for 12. No one else has more than 1 hit. Oh god, dude.
See, so bad. But then they go against the Padres and they put up 4, 10, and 5. And then they go against Milwaukee and they put up 5. They go against the Dodgers, they put up 8, 3. Fucking Diamondbacks. They piss me off.
Dude, this is a game that I won't watch. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, this is a toilet bowl. Get me away from this shit. I bet on it yesterday. Moving on, 8:40, Pittsburgh Pirates and the other shit bowl. Even though the Rockies are at home, actually, so I can't say that because the Rockies at home are actually a pretty decent team. Rockies getting minus 180 at home. Pirates getting plus 155 on the road. Rockies 72% of tickets, 70% of money. Let's see who's pitching. We got Marquez versus DeJong. Marquez is 4 flat ERA with a 1.28 WHIP. DeJong 5 flat ERA with a 1.52 WHIP. Looks like the over-under is sitting way too high once again at 11. I would assume that Rockies shell Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh shells Rockies. I don't know which way it's going to go. It could be 8-0 and we've missed the over. I don't know. I don't have a.
Pretty much the only thing you need to know about the Pirates, and this I've done this for I think the last 2.5 weeks now. I just blindly bet run first inning in the Pirates because I think it's hitting at a 67% clip this year, a run in the first inning in the Pirates.
And Marquez could easily let up a run as well.
Oh yeah, just whoever they're playing, either they score, the other team scores, somebody scores in the first inning in a Pirates game, and it just happens.
What's a your fee today? It's got to be pretty juiced.
It's juiced minus 140.
Damn.
Yeah, but I just put a unit on it. I just lay it.
You just whatever it is, just go for it.
Care.
Yeah. I'm gonna say a stay away game because those last 2 games are literally just the toilet bowls, and I don't like betting on toilet bowls. Good news: the next game at 9:40, free pick on covers from Spread Knowledge. Oh yes, please date us back to 2016, you stupid fucks, idiots. Hang on, everyone. Spread Knowledge, bringing some knowledge to us real quick. Texas Rangers are 22, 12, and 5. Over under line smaller than current total 8.5 since April 13th, 2016, with a profit of plus 9 units. So don't worry. We should definitely be taking I don't even know what because it doesn't fucking say. It just says in the past 5 years they have a profit of 9 units over a 5-year span, and therefore we should be taking a bet. Stupid idiots.
Dude, I love those blog websites that are just during college basketball season is the best.
Trend bets.
I think it's Sports Talk Place or something like that. Sports Talk Palace. They go in in the last 15 Wednesday games with a total of 156 at noon.
Yeah. In their last 50 Wednesday games, when they have 4.5 days rest and the game is played between the hours of noon and 1 o'clock, and they have 1 to 2 players injured, and it's during finals week, they are this since the year 1992.
It's like, bro, that doesn't
How the
matter
fuck? Dude,
whatsoever.
who bets on shit like that? Like, who sees that and is like, oh, yes, great bet?
Dude, money right there. That's just a money bet.
Vegas Dave buying asses.
Right.
But we have Texas Rangers against Oakland A's at Oakland A's at 9:40. I really don't care about the line in this game because it's Oakland a little too juiced. Put them in a parlay. I think they're going to win. I would give Oakland team total over as well because I'm sure it's laying at 4.5 with not that juice since the game total is at 8.5. Sean, what is the Oakland A's team total over, please? Fulty Nowicks, I don't know how to say that. 5.4 ERA, 1.4 WHIP. Rangers bullpen, bottom 10
Terrible
in the league. I just think that this is a great spot for the Oakland A's. I'm sure they're getting stacked on. I have to check that.
A's team total over is 4.5 minus 120.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad. I figured it works. Yes, they are getting 89% of tickets, 96% of money. Put them in some kind of parlay with another team that's getting stacked on just to limit your losses if something goes south. But I would think that Oakland does very well here. Their bats probably fly, I would think. But what do you got?
Weirdly enough, I'm looking at the Mike Foley Nuits against the A's and everything, and they haven't faced them much or anything. But the guys you think that would be hitting them, like Mitch Moreland, Matt Olson, 1 for 9 and 1 for 7 against them.
Interesting.
Like they're not really hitting them. He's 0.225 average against the A's. Matt Chapman, Raymond Lorano though, he's over 2 against him. I mean, 2 at bats, not really a sample size to really worry about or anything.
Yeah.
But Olson and Moreland do worry me. The fact that they've faced them 7+ times and they have 1 hit.
Interesting.
I still like the A's over though, especially if they get into that Rangers bullpen. I mean,
oh yeah, if they can get Fulton Newent's like gone in the 3rd or 4th inning, this game's gonna explode. Yeah. This could be another 13-6 that we saw the other day with these 2 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I could see Texas Rangers also getting the bats flying a little bit just because they seem to sporadically do it when no one expects it. And their last games 4, 8, 9, 1, 5, 6, 8. What is it? 3.5.
3.5 plus 100 right now.
Interesting. I mean, if you're gonna lay that line, you should probably just lay the game total line anyways, because if they score 4, this over should hit, I should say. But yeah. But the Texas Rangers bats have been working very well. I mean, the last time they
Garcia.
What was that?
Adolis Garcia goes yard today.
Okay. All right, I like that.
That's all I gotta say.
But the last time, I mean, the 4-game series, the last time Texas put up 1, 5, 6, and 8 on them. So they definitely like. Actually, these 2 pitchers actually faced off the last time, and the game total, the score was Oakland 5, Texas Rangers 3. Interesting. But yeah, give me Oakland probably to win and team total over. We have one more game: Giants, Dodgers, Gossman versus Buehler. Looks like Gossman is a 1.49 ERA, 0.77 WHIP. Buehler, 2.51 ERA, 0.92 WHIP. I don't understand why the game total over unders are so high on Dodgers games. I will continue to take the under. And especially when the Giants are there, I feel like both these teams, I always take the game total unders and they always hit it. And now they're playing against each other at 7.5. I think there's going to be 5 runs scored again today.
Especially with Gossman and Buehler on the mound.
Oh my God! Like the only thing I was worried about yesterday for the under at 8 was Desclafani, because he does get abused by the Dodgers, which he did the first 2 batters. But hey, he turned it around. Good for him.
Couple player numbers to look at. Gossman, which I mean, to be fair, he wasn't incredible, but this year he's kind of going crazy. 4 for 11, Justin Turner, 2 doubles and a homer. Chris Taylor's 3 for 7 with a double. Mookie Betts is 15 for 43 with 3 homers, 10 runs, 7 ribbies. He's in 349, 504, 581, and 986 OPS. AJ Pollock 3 for 5. Max Muncy's 3 for 13. They kind of get to Gossman.
They kind of take it to him.
Yeah.
But I mean, Desclafani was the same thing yesterday and got himself out of a hole. So if he can do it, I feel like Osman could also.
Oh yeah. And then on the other side, Beeler just like dog walks the Giants around the yard. They're hitting 192 against them in 78 at bats. No, the only person with above a 300 batting average against him is Austin Slater, who's 1 for 2. So I mean, I take the under. Maybe. Yeah, no, just under.
Just the under. I think the under's play. I don't. When these kind of teams, when it's like Dodgers Padres, when it's Dodgers Giants, when it's these kind of teams, I really stay away from taking a side just because it's like, man, the game's gonna be 4-2 or 3-2 or 2-2 going into extra innings or 4-3. Like it's, and every once in a while you have a blow up game where it's like 8-0. But other than that, like these games are way too close to be taking sides, and unless you have like an extreme angle, which I don't think you can in this game.
No.
Both starting pitchers are aces on any other team. So yeah, I would think just the under and hope that the bullpens can hang on because both bullpens. I mean, Dodgers don't have a great bullpen. The Giants.
They treat this as a playoff game right now. Like absolutely. They need to win this game.
Yeah, pitchers will be on top of their game. And with that, that is all the MLB, which means we only have one sport left. My favorite.
The class.
It's time to do some work today.
WNBA.
Both games go off at 7:00 today. Both public money is not out yet, which is kind of disappointing because I want to see someone stacked on someone. However, don't worry, I have plays. We have the Sun and the Mystics. The Sun is getting -5.5 on the Mystics on the road. The Sun just took out the Sky, who was streaking. I need to see injuries for the Mystics because damn, they have a lot of injuries. All that matters is Belladonna. Okay, Belladonna is still considered out. That's very good. Jonquel Jones is questionable. Yikes. No, I like the Suns here. Can't hear. I like the Suns here, or the Sun here at -5.5. It's it's close. It'll be close. We're gonna have to see where some injuries lie, but right now I like the Connecticut Sun in that spot. For the other game, we have Liberty and Dream. New York Liberty on the road getting +2.5. Dream at home getting -2.5. Liberty smashed the Dream the last time when they were not supposed to. Give me the Dream this time around at home at -2.5. They have what's her nuts back?
What's her nuts?
How do you even watch?
Kennedy Carter. They have her back. It looks like New York Liberty don't have any new injuries. I don't trust the New York Liberty at all. Like I said, they beat the Atlanta Dream. They wiped the floor with them the last time, but it was a fluke. Atlanta's at home again tonight. I think that they stick it to them. So I'm leaning Dream -2.5, Sun -5.5. Those are not official, though. I have to keep looking, see what the lines look like, because, God, the public is bad at betting on the WNBA. They are really bad at it. Looks like Covers has got the Sun a little bit stacked on, and the Dream are a little bit stacked on in Covers, which is not much. So yeah, that's it for me. It's 12-11. What a great day.
11
wow.
Here, so.
I still can't hear you guys, so that's cool.
Oh wow, this will be a good conversation.
Yeah, I can't hear anything because I don't have my AirPods in. It's fine.
Oh, that's great.
Oh wait, no, I can hear you. We're good.
Oh, awesome. All right. How do you even watch these WNBA games? Are you just streaming them or?
Most times, so they release them on Twitter and Facebook like live a lot. CBS Sports Network every once in a while. ESPN2 will grab them. But yeah, I normally, like, if I can't get them, I'll just stream them. I'll watch them. Diana Taurasi, best basketball player I've ever seen in my entire life, hands down. Not even close.
Her and Braun are in a room. You got to pick one.
Dude, Diana Taurasi easily, 1,000%. We talked about this yesterday too. I was like, dude, give me LeBron and Diana Taurasi, smartest WNBA or smartest basketball player, Diana Taurasi. Watching her on the court, she's just the smartest human being ever. Like, she just outsmarts everyone.
What team is she playing on?
She's on the Phoenix Mercury. She just came back from injury.
I'd have to tune in.
She's like she was gone for like a month or two, and then comes back and drops like 27, 5 and 5 in their first game back. And her teammate, her number 2 is Brittany Griner, aka the man, the myth, the legend.
I forgot about Brittany Griner. I forgot she was a person. Whoa.
Yeah, no, she is a person.
Crap.
She's an all-star too. I think she's on the Olympic team as well.
Oh, dude, that's.
I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't be when you're in the WNBA and you're 7 feet tall, but hey,
she throws it down too.
it's the Yao Ming of the NBA, basically. But no, she's actually really good. She's actually a very good basketball player. But no, Diana Taurasi will single-handedly give the Phoenix Mercury a chance at the WNBA championship this season.
All right. One last quick prop that I've been looking at all day.
Yeah.
Giannis first basket score tonight, plus 400.
Plus 400?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like it.
Just something there.
DeAndre Ayton has been killing it for the Suns. He almost got it last night. And Sean, you were absolutely correct in what you said. It's literally DeAndre Ayton wins the tip against the Clippers because the Clippers, whoever goes up for that, he doesn't even jump because he knows DeAndre Ayton's going to win it. Literally, DeAndre Ayton tipped that ball back and runs straight as hard as he can to the paint and lifts up his hand. That's how he gets all those first baskets. He literally goes like this, runs straight forward towards the hoop, and lifts up his hand and hoping to get a pass. That's how he gets all of those. It's so funny.
Kevin Huerter over 2.5 3-point made tonight, plus 136.
All right.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. You get Bobby Portis over a half three at minus 135. Let's see here. Anything else? Trae Young's juice minus 140 over 2.5. I just want to run through these props real quick. Middleton, same, juiced up, minus 135, 2.5. Hear me out. Giannis over 1.5 threes, plus 220.
Stop it. I'd rather have. Jesus. I have more faith in him hitting 90% free throws than that one. Yeah.
But the Hawks are going to be winning tonight. They're going to be up by 10, and Giannis is going to start chucking.
This is true. He's going to get stupid. He's going to realize that he's a one-dimensional player, and he's going to start chucking. Hey, I do like that insight.
Yeah,
that's not too bad. What'd you say, Sean?
That's the problem. They have to go in.
Yeah, that is the problem. They still have to go in.
It'll take 10 threes hit too.
It's 12. It's 12:15.
Someone teach Ben Simmons that. I'll take 20%, dude. Whatever. I'll take 10%. Just do something. All right.
Just shoot the ball. Yo, Ben Simmons shot 3 more times than me in the NBA playoffs in the first quarter.
Basically, I should be in the NBA playoffs. Is what I'm saying.
Dude, at basketball camp, I went like 5 for 10 most of the time from the line. Just pop me in there, bro. Ice in my veins.
I'll show them how it's done. But no, 12:15. Thank you, Suck My Take. Once again, comes on the show. Kills it as always.
We'll be here.
Yeah, definitely got to get you back on soon.
HeyFellas.co. Check it out. And if you didn't hear, we have a new affiliation with BetUS. We officially have a sportsbook after searching for one for a while. New details will be coming out of that shortly with links and everything. We'll get everyone set up. Great opportunity, great deal for us. Very excited. So thank you, Suck My Take. As always, go check out the free plays on social media. Go check out @SuckMyTake on Twitter. He's always giving out free plays as well. Man knows his shit when it comes to MLB, even though he bets on the Kansas City Royals sometimes and loses most of them.
We don't talk about that.
No. We appreciate everyone who tuned in as always. Looks like the viewers were at good today. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, like
you
the
guys
channel.
are all right. Not great though.
Viewers were at good today.
Viewers were at good amounts today. Good viewers today. No, everyone get the hell out of here. We'll see Suck My Take possibly back on Thursday.
Deserved.
And yeah, everyone have a good one. Win some money today.
Beautiful. Let's get it.
Have a great. What's today? Wednesday?
Tuesday.
All right.
Jesus.
Time to go.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't wait for Wednesday. All right.
I'm turning it
Awesome.
off.
Have